Let me first emphasize the idea of the original debt as aid, because I think that what gets lost in the discussion is the realization that there was actually a very significant component of aid to the debts that were originally offered to the loans that were originally offered, that were, I shouldn't say offered, that were undertaken, that were contracted between HIPAA countries and their creditors. And this concessionality was very, very significant. So HIPAA countries as a group, so the 27 or 28 countries that have qualified for HIPAA, as a group between 1970 and 2008, borrowed something like $240 billion. Okay? Now, the value of, this was all very concessional debt. These were debts at way, way, way below market interest rate terms. In fact, many of these countries probably couldn't borrow on market terms to begin with, so assessing the value of the concessionality is tricky. But you can get a rough idea just from looking at the figures that the World Bank publishes in the Global Development Finance Statistics. And you see right away that something like 115 billion of this was the value of the grant element that was embodied in the concessional loans. So when you think about this for a second, this is actually kind of a remarkable figure, right? Because what it means is that the world could have turned out differently. Right? It could have been that aid donors had decided that to this group of 27 countries over the period between 1970 and 2008, we will simply give $115 billion in grants rather than $240 billion in loans. Fast forward the clock to 2008, and you would find yourself in a situation where these countries have received $115 billion, which is not small change for a group of poor countries, and would have absolutely zero debt. And we wouldn't be talking about the Jubilee movement, we wouldn't be talking about debt relief. A lot of the headaches, the hassles, the complexities, and so on that are associated with debt relief would have been